I am here now in Kenya traveling a long time, maybe the next 30 days on a road trip to Kenya, and for the next 2 weeks I'll be sharing with you all the expenses we are spending in Kenya so that you know how expensive it is really to travel here. Excited? Then follow me on my journey of making the impossible possible, traveling full-time as a single mom with my baby through Kenya and becoming a travel influencer who supports over 1 million travelers in planning their trip to Kenya. Hit the subscribe button if you want to support this mission. Go for it! So guys, we actually arrived here yesterday, and this is a camp, a Maasai camp in Masai Mara. And what I love about it, that it's like out in the nowhere. It's just the wilderness, the nature, us and the camp. So staying here per night is $65 per person on a full board basis, and we have 3 nights here. And then additionally, for your cost, of course, you have to calculate your car. So you guys know I'm a travel consultant, so I'm traveling right now with a client of mine, but I'll be sharing the cost you would have as a resident, I mean as a non-resident traveling to Kenya. So this car, which you see behind me, it goes for around, right now it's low season, so $120 per day. And that comes with the car, the driver, his allowance. The only thing you have to pay on top at the end of the trip is the guide, the tip for the guide. Yeah, so you can choose different options, like this is like the cheapest option. It's a safari van, but you can as well do like a Land Cruiser or something like that, which is then like $200 or $250 per day. But because we are traveling 30 days through Kenya in that car, we thought we can save some money by taking that car. Okay, so we actually now heading to Masai Mara. And also one more thing, when you come to Kenya, of course you need your visa, which you have to get and apply for it online, and this costs you $50. And now we are entering Masai Mara for our game drive. So in Kenya, for the game drive you pay to the government. Every game drive has its own fees. So this one here in Masai Mara, if you stay outside the camp the way we are doing, you have to pay $80 per person per day.
So welcome in. Here is where we are going to see the traditional food being cooked. So here inside, you see they have like a plastic kind of
under the roof to protect. We have just arrived at our Banda. It's directly a lake Banda at the lake NAIVASHA. It has direct lake view. Sai, what do you want to say? No? So in this beautiful small lake Banda, it's a big 1-bedroom which has multiple beds. It comes for $80 per night for one person. If you're multiple people, then of course you have to pay more, and there is breakfast included. So to your list you have to add maybe some lunch on the way, which I would calculate at least $5, and then in the evening dinner. I had pizza which was awesome. They say they have the best pizza here at Camp Canedis in NAIVASHA. The next morning we are heading for a hidden gem. Woo! We are starting our trip. A bit windy, a bit shaky, but now we are good. We are on our way to Crescent Island, which is an island on the Lake NAIVASHA where you can have a walk with giraffes. And this is one of my favorite things and favorite places to be while traveling in NAIVASHA. Back on tour. Go! Today we are on a road trip, so we are traveling all the way from NAIVASHA to a little cute, beautiful farm in the nature which is close to NAIROBI. White rhino. Yeah! You excited? Welcome to this rhino sanctuary in Solio, which is a very unique and hidden place in Kenya, where they help over hundreds of endangered rhinos. And now we continue our travels to my most favorite area in Kenya. Traveling all the way to northern Kenya, we did it because we want to stay with the women's only village in Samburu. And here we are visiting the village, and also we stay at their lodge. So the lodge goes for around $45 on a full board basis. So, welcome guys to the famous elephant rock behind me. Ah! Is this not cool? So now let's have a look first to the wow. This is so cool, and as I said, even this year it's a house but it's still a tent, so you can see through the tent here your balcony, where sometimes during the day the elephants are coming to just chill out in the water hole, because here this place, it's in northern Kenya and it's just so hot. Good morning. Such a beautiful start in the day, like sunrise behind us. Then Zahi, we are here. He's watching the birds and us. We are just excited, waiting for our breakfast. After that we go and see the baby elephants.
Oh my god, the run! Rabbit!
Today we are super excited to wake up so early to be able to see one of the most beautiful sunrises all over Kenya. Also Zahi is excited. Desert. Whew. We did it. So yeah, let's check out our place. So guys, so far this place has been amazing, and the elephants are so super close. And let me tell you something, because we looked for it and we couldn't find it. Here, he's already sleeping, but whoop. Yeah, can you see this? So there's this bus behind us, and we switch it off, but in case they see some leopards, the bus will go on even if they see elephants or some unusual things happening, the bus goes. So 1 time it's elephant, 2 times it's rhino, 3 times it's leopard, and 4 times it's something unusual happens. So I told myself, okay, we have a baby, I want to sleep. We have seen so many elephants and rhinos, so we switched it off. But in case there's a leopard or something unusual happens tonight, the rangers, they're coming to wake us up, and then we go and see. So yeah, I hope for a good night, but I also hope we're going to see something exciting. Okay, good night, guys. Good night. So I'm excited. Good morning and time to dance. We are actually heading back directly to Nairobi, catching a plane to Malindi, and then we spend there a couple of more days to relax at the ocean. So this resort you are seeing goes for $70 per night. And our last day, we decided to spend in Watamu, which is close by to Malindi. So we did a trip to the Gede ruins, from there to a beautiful place where you can have best crab samosas, the best seafood in Watamu, directly in the middle of the creek. From there, of course, we had to go to the beach and also do a small boat tour before the day ends. Welcome back, guys. So currently we are here in Mombasa, and my baby is sleeping and we are invited by Voyager's beach hotel, so we are directly at the beach here. And just to be honest, like after 30 days of a road trip, it is exhausting, so we just wanted to come to the beach. I mean, you have seen me even the last days at the beach in Malindi, but I was still traveling with a client, so it was still like a kind of work. So we said, okay, it's now our time. Let's go to the beach, enjoy our holidays, and yeah, just continue traveling. So that's where we are right now. So let me share with you what my client actually spent for this 14 days of traveling. I mean, we traveled for more than 14 days, but I just highlighted the most important 14 days so that you get an idea about the costs. So let me scroll down to the total cost. Pooh! So 14 days for one person traveling in total, it comes to $4,973,000 and 50 shillings, 50 cents. How do you call it? Cents. Which comes down per day when you divide it by 14 to around $355.25. And I think that's actually quite a realistic budget, and it is quite still low budget, to be honest. So if we go and look at now what we have spent in details, like for accommodation, she has spent in total $2,225. That is a budget per night for around $158–59, which is quite medium budget, I would say, here in Kenya. Then for transportation and tips for the drivers, in total she has spent $1,765, which is per day $126. And you have seen that we paid the driver and the car, which was a simple safari van, $120 per day. But this is in low season, so it might go up their prices even to $150 per day. And this is, I think, also the highest point, like where you can really save money, is when you say, okay, let me travel with someone, because then you can share that cost of the car and the driver. You divide it by 2 or 3 or even 4 people if you come with more friends or with your family. And another thing is, because we chose the low budget version, because we had a lot of activities, cultural as well. We didn't went on safari like on a daily basis, and as I said, we travel for 30 days, so we chose a safari van. But majority of the travelers as well, they choose a Land Cruiser, and then for a Land Cruiser, this kind of jeeps, you have to pay at least $220 per day, maybe even $250 or even higher in high season times. So that's another cost you have to add. Then for the activities, in total she spent $624, which is in a day around $44.5, which I think is a good, yeah, a good number, but it's a bit on the lower side, because as I said, for us, we spend also a lot on activities outside and cultural ones, because the highest cost you have when it comes to activities, because there's also the park entrance fee included. Only like for Masai Mara, the park entrance fee alone is like $80 per person just for the entrance. Then the last category I put, which was all the rest, which included like food, visa and co, like souvenirs and things. So she spent around $239.50 in total, which just comes to a daily budget of like $17, which I also think is quite realistic, not unless you are a shopper lover, like you spend a lot of money on souvenirs. Of course, that's when you know yourself best. And we had most of the hotels. You have to also see that most of the hotels or lodges we stayed in were actually giving us all the food, so all food was included. So I think that is it. Yes, so us still sleeping, lucky me. Yeah, we are going to spend the rest of the day here in Mombasa, and yeah, I believe you guys know where to find me. If you need any help in planning your trip to Kenya, yeah, reach out to me. And for us, next week we are traveling actually back home to Germany. Of course, just for a visit. Then after that we are back to Kenya. So follow us, subscribe to this channel for our adventure. Bye bye! Say bye bye!